Hello students, so this is your Anu ma'am and we have started our new YouTube channel, that is Try Math Learning. Okay, so in this channel we will be uploading all the videos related to the NCERT maths from class 6 to 10. So all the students would be very benefited and the videos will be very useful to you. So do share with your friends, okay, and like and do subscribe the channel so that you get notification when the next upcoming videos have been uploaded. Okay students, so this video is specially for class 8th. Okay, so we are starting with our chapter, that is chapter 1, rational numbers. So let's move on to the basic details regarding the number system, then we shall move on to our concept. So before each of the exercise videos, there will be a concept related video to the exercise. So I personally request you to just watch the concept video before moving to the exercise video. Okay students, because understanding the concept is more important than just solving the exercise. Am I right? So understand the concept very clearly, because these concepts are related, because this will be useful for your next grade, that is 9th and 10th. Okay, so understand the concepts very clearly and then move on to your exercise. So those who are watching the video for the first time, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel and do support my channel, okay students, and get benefited from the channel. Okay, now let's move on to our chapter 1, that is rational numbers. So I begin with the concept of classification of numbers. So all these basic numbers we know. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are nothing but the counting numbers. That is the general numbers which we usually see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And it moves on up to infinity. Am I right? So it keeps on moving up to infinity. We can just write. So all these numbers, basic numbers, are called as the natural numbers. When we add 0, now 0 means, what is it? 0 doesn't have any value and 0 means nothing. So when 0 is added to the natural numbers, it becomes a whole number. Okay, now how is a natural number denoted? It is denoted by capital N, whereas a whole number is denoted by capital W. Now moving on to the next one is the integers. Okay, so here integers are nothing but the positive and negative numbers. So we can classify integers in two terms, like positive. Okay, positive integers are nothing but the same natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay. Similarly, when we are talking about the negative integers, the opposite of positive is negative. So it will be having a negative sign. So here it is -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Okay. So this positive along with the negative integers along with the 0, so altogether, that is positive numbers 0 and the negative numbers combined together form our integers. Now how are they represented? Yes, in some books they are denoted as capital Z or capital I. So both of them are universally accepted. So we can denote our integers in the form of capital Z or capital I. Moving on to the fractions. So fraction will have two parts, that is numerator and the denominator. And how are they represented? Like this, like 2 by 10, 3 by 5, 4 by, or -4 we can take, -4 by 10 and so on. So here the number which is above the fraction bar is called as the numerator and the number which is below is called as the denominator. So that is called as the fraction, and we have come across the basic operations related to the fraction. Now talking about decimals, decimal contains number along with a decimal point. So they are represented as 3.5, 0.756 or 10.007. Okay. So when the decimals are represented in this form along with the point. So here the number with before the decimal point is called as the whole part. Okay. It is called as the whole part, and the number which is after the decimal point is called as the decimal part. Okay. So I shall write it here. So this is the whole part, and this all together will be the decimal part. So all these things about numbers you have already studied in your grade 6 and 7. Am I right? Now, coming to the rational and irrational numbers are the concepts which are related to your grade, that is grade 8. So rational numbers are nothing but all together these are included. Okay. All these numbers are included in the rational number. Okay, so all these numbers are included in the rational number, and irrational numbers, how they are represented? Like root 2, root 3. Okay, so these numbers are called as irrational number, which you will be learning in your upcoming classes. Okay, so a rational number altogether, that is natural number, whole number, integers, fractions, decimals, and rational number, irrational number. All these numbers put together will form our real numbers. So altogether this forms our real numbers. Okay. So finally we classify our number system into real numbers and imaginary numbers. Okay. So imaginary numbers, talking about the real numbers, all these numbers are real. Imaginary numbers, when you talk, it is representing like x plus I y. So here x stands for the real part. Okay, here the x stands for the real part, and this part, that is I y, is called as the imaginary part. Okay, so here if the number is represented in this form, it is called as the imaginary number. Okay, so this was the basic classification of numbers. Now let's move on to the properties which are related to the rational numbers. Okay students, so now let's move on to the chapter 1, rational numbers concept video. Okay, which will be related to exercise 1.1. Okay, so here we will be dealing with the properties of rational numbers. So what are the properties? Closure property, commutative property, associative property, then followed by distributive property. Okay, so all these will be based on the addition and subtraction, generally the basic operations. Okay, and identity property and inverse property. So in case of identity property, it is 0, which is called as the additive identity. Okay, and in case of multiplication, it is 1, which is called as the multiplicative identity. So in case of inverse, it is just the opposite. The inverse, additive inverse of A would be minus A. That is the negative integer. Okay, so a positive integer will have a negative integer as the property. Next, moving on to the closure property. Okay, so here you can see addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So this is for the whole numbers. Okay, so for which it is applicable? It is applicable for addition. Closure property of whole numbers is applicable for addition and only multiplication. In other cases, in subtraction and division, see what is the answer we are getting? In case of subtraction, we get it as minus 2. Minus 2 is whole number. Minus 2 is an integer. Adhe madri division. In case of division also, what is happening? It is 5 by 6. 5 by 6 is fraction. It is not a whole number. We do not consider 5 by 6 in the category of whole numbers. So subtraction and division பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it will not obey the closure property. Okay, so closure property ல என்ன சொல்லுது? If it is a whole number is added to a whole number, the result, okay, the result should also be a whole number. So this is applicable for addition and multiplication. So அங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா addition and multiplication ல the result, okay, that is the sum and the product, both of them are a whole number. So நம்ம என்ன சொல்லலாம்? Closure property is obeyed or applicable for addition and multiplication of whole numbers. But in case of subtraction and division பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்ன நடக்குது பாருங்க? It is 5 minus 7. நமக்கு என்ன வருது? ஒரு negative number, that is minus 2. And division லிமே it is fraction. Okay, next is the associative property. So in case of associative property, it is applicable for whole numbers in case of addition only. So associative property ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there will be 3 numbers. சரிங்களா? A, B and C. So look at the first one, அதில் addition. So when you add, you group the numbers in any combination. So நீங்கள் எந்த combinationல group பண்ணாலும் the result, the final result should be the same. That is LHS should be equal to the RHS. So first பாருங்க LHSல B plus C நீங்கள் add பண்ணிட்டு second இங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க? இந்த சைடில் RHS சைடில் A plus B நீங்கள் add பண்றீங்க. சரிங்களா? But whatever way that you add, the result, the sum should be the same. So அதுதான் associative property. So associative propertyயும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it is applicable for addition and multiplication. Next is distributive property. Moving on to distributive property, we say that it is multiplication over addition. சரிங்களா? So first one பார்த்தீங்கன்னா A, B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. So அதுக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளும் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். ஸோ எப்படி மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி காமிக்கிறதுன்னு. சரிங்களா? ஸோ ஹியர் A is 3, next B is 2 and C is 4. So each of the term has to be multiplied with the term A. So அப்படி multiply பண்ணி final total whatever you get is also equal. சரிங்களா? So the distributive property also holds good for the multiplication. So common-ஆ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லா ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியுமே addition and multiplication they obey all the properties, that is closure, associative, commutative and distributive. Subtraction and division will not obey most of the properties. ஓகேங்களா? So next we shall move on to the properties of multiplication of whole numbers. So இதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நான் தனித்தனியாக எடுத்து கொடுத்துருக்கேன். So here closure property நம்ம முன்னாடியே பார்த்துட்டோம், it obeys. Commutative propertyல என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க? AB is equal to BA. So commutative propertyயும் multiplication is obeying. Okay. Next, zero property, that is multiply. When you multiply a number by 0, okay, or when 0 is multiplied to a number, the result, the product will be always 0. Okay, next, multiplicative identity. Before itself we have discussed. So here 1 is always called as the multiplicative identity. Why? Because it does not change the value of the whole number. Okay, when A is multiplied with 1 or A is multiplied with 1 or 1 is multiplied with A, both will give you the same result. இப்போ தான் நம்ம associative property பார்த்துட்டு வந்தோம் இல்லைங்களா? So associative property and distributive property, both of them are acceptable or obeys the multiplication. It is multiplication of whole numbers. Next, moving to the properties of integer. So this is very important. Okay, so இந்த பாக்ஸை வந்து நீங்கள் அப்படியே ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்து வச்சுட்டு நீங்கள் அப்படியே நோட்டில் கூட காப்பி பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். சரிங்களா? So this is very important because property of integers. Integers in varapave, it is positive integer and negative. So that makes a great difference. சரிங்களா? So it will make a great difference. So first closure property generally பார்த்தீங்கன்னா addition, subtraction and multiplication all the three obeys the closure property. That is the result you get it as an integer. But in case of division, you most probably நமக்கு கிடைக்கக்கூடிய ஆன்சர் வந்து ஒரு ஃப்ராக்ஷனாக தான் இருக்கும், இல்லைன்னா ஒரு டெசிமலாக இருக்கும். ஸோ இட் டஸ் நாட் ஒபே த டிவிஷன். ஸோ டிவிஷனை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபார் இன்டீஜர்ஸ் தேர் இஸ் நத்திங், நன் ஆஃப் த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி இஸ் ஒபேட். ஓகேங்களா. நெக்ஸ்ட் கம்யூட்டேட்டிவ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா a plus b is equal to b plus a. That is same as the whole number. But a minus b is not equal to b minus a. So subtraction is not obeying. But in case of multiplication, commutative property is acceptable. That is a multiplied by b is always equal to b multiplied by a. Division முன்னாடியே சொன்ன மாதிரி it is not equal. a divided by b is not equal to b divided by a. So common ஒரு example எடுத்துட்டேனாலும் it is not equal. Associative property in பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there are three integers. So here also you can clearly see that the addition and multiplication of associative property are acceptable. Okay. Identity பத்தி நம்ம இப்பதான் discuss பண்ணோம். So 0 is called the additive identity. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's move on to the exercise in the next video. Okay students, I hope you enjoyed the video. So in this video what have we done? We have just discussed about the classification of numbers. Okay, then we moved on to the properties, that is the closure property, associative property and commutative property, and finally we concluded with the distributive property of whole numbers, integers, okay, and rational numbers. So all these together, the put together for the exercise 1.1 exercise is completely related on this. I hope you like the video. Kindly like the video, share the video and subscribe the video. Thank you students.